Hi, Attorney Peter Olson here, Chicago Family Law Group, here with 4 easy steps to secure out-of-state parenting time. Is that something you need or want? Um, I'm an attorney who supports the legal needs of families and protects children in when they're in conflict so that your future, their future, can be secure. So here are the 4 steps, and they really are easy. These are cases that can be an easy win for you and your kids and get you more time with your kids. Okay, here we go. And here's the picture, right? Here's the context, as my pastor likes to talk about, before jumping into a sermon on Saturday night. Here's the context, right? Basically, right, 2 parents do not live near each other, and right, we're not in Chicagoland. Sometimes we're not in Illinois. Sometimes uh, it's a different situation for a different country, but that's a basic, right? Let's just say we're more than 100 miles away from each other. We have a child together. We're separated, and you want to see your kid. So let's talk about how to get that done, because it's an easy win. Motivated actually just by a new client call I did yesterday, that we're going to help this guy get a win, get time with his young daughter that he's not getting right now. Okay. So this guy's mother and his 7, 8-year-old daughter live in the Chicago area. He's seen her fine, has a great relationship with her, and then has a new relationship, new child, relocates to kind of where the new relationship and child are, outside of Chicagoland. And whoa, now, hey, ex-girlfriend, mother of the 7-year-old child, is not letting him see his daughter that he helped raise and was with a ton when they were in the Chicago area. So what does he do? What should this guy do? What should you do if you're in Atlanta or in Phoenix or in Las Vegas, and the mother of your children or child or the father are in Chicagoland, and you're entitled to time. It doesn't matter if you live 2 blocks away from each other, 200 miles away from each other, or 2,000 miles away from each other. You're entitled to parenting time. And here are the 4 easy steps to get it. Okay, here's what we're doing for this guy. We're gonna win this guy some parenting time in, I'm gonna say, 6 months or less, and we can do the same thing for you too. Okay, step 1, right? A lot of court things. We're filing a petition, right, to just establish parenting time. That's the main reason. That's the main reason why he's getting taken advantage of right now, because there's no court-ordered parenting time. Therefore, there are no ramifications to the other parent for not allowing him to see his daughter. No ramifications because no court order. That's the best reason to have a case in court, whether you're out of state or 3 miles away. Because if there's no court order, there are no negative ramifications, punishments, i.e., for the other parent, if they're not allowing you to see your son or daughter. So that's what we're first going to do. We're going to basically file something in court asking for a court order to establish an out-of-state parenting schedule. Okay, here's step 2. First court date, second court date, we're going to set up some temporary parenting schedule. In other words, get something going right away before even the ultimate case is resolved. Let's say in the 4th or the 6th month. That's just my estimate, but I'd like to get something started before the 6th month. I'd like to get something started in 2 weeks or maybe a month. And that's what I mean by temporary parenting time. Some time for this guy while the ultimate bigger picture case is still sort of unresolved. Okay, so step 1, we're hired. We're preparing a petition to establish parenting time. We're setting a court date for 10 days from now. And then I'm calling it step 2. We're going to get this guy some temporary parenting time immediately, because right now he's got 0. Right now he's got 0. My expectation is we'll probably be able to get him some parenting time over the Christmas break, because again, he isn't local. He is a few hundred miles away. I think he is 6 hours away by car, and obviously shorter by plane, but he is a bit a ways away. So that's what we're looking at doing, right? We filed a case and set a court date to get him some temporary parenting time as soon as we can. Okay, 3, I was going to say in Cook County, but every county requires, when there's a custody or visitation dispute, the parties have to try to mediate the process. And so that's going to be step 3. Probably at court date number 2, the third thing we're going to do is have these parties referred to the court's mediation program. They're going to have to do 2 half-day sessions where a social worker / lawyer who works for the circuit court, or an outside professional, you can use a private person, or you can use kind of the court's one, is basically going to sit down with these guys and see if he or she can help broker, i.e. mediate a solution. So that's where we are, right? Filed a court date, filed a court case, gotten it in court. 2, gotten this guy temporary parenting time, court date number 2. And 3rd, now the parties have been referred to mediation, because honestly, you get 2 people in a room with a professional there who has an ability and training to, get people working together and maybe get some sort of commonality and win-wins. See if we can't get the whole case kind of resolved with the 2 of them in a room with a professional mediator. Okay, and then what's step 4 and final? The 4th easy step to get somebody out of state parenting time. It's really A or B under mediation. It's A lot of cases, mediation resolves the entire situation. And the last thing I'm doing post-mediation is only preparing sort of a legal, what would you say? I'm legalizing the agreement that the parties came to through the mediation process. So that's one option. Step 4 is mediation resolves it, and then I'm just entering I'm basically polishing, legalizing their agreement for mediation, entering it as final court order, case over, 4th easy step done. The alternative really under step 4, really to me, the worst case would just be parties go to mediation, 0 agreement, and then I'm going to set a hearing date. I'm going to set a trial date on our petition to establish parenting time. Okay? And so in that situation, it might sound like a big deal, but if you're a lawyer and this is what you're doing all the time, basically that option would be court imposes final solution if parties don't agree to it. So getting out-of-state parenting time secured and set up really can be pretty easy and not a lot of time, not a lot of steps. You follow me? 4 easy steps to secure out-of-state parenting time. File a petition, get a court date, get temporary parenting time started as soon as possible, attempt to mediate the matter because it's useful, it can get the case done, and hey, it's required by every court in the 102 counties in Illinois. And hey, 4, a lot of times that's going to end the case with a final resolved agreed order, or alternatively, step 4, set it for a hearing date. This isn't anything unusual. You're entitled to it. A judge is going to give you out-of-state parenting time, whether it's agreed upon or not, to be honest. So I'm attorney Peter Olson. I support the legal needs of families and protect children in the midst of conflict so that their futures, in this case, parenting time, is secure. Check us out, familylawchicago.com. I look forward to serving you.